Okay, I'll start over. And I assume all this is, okay, at the camera, yeah. Oh, I guess one other question I have, is this for external people? I'm Will Flanigan. I'm a third-year graduate student in the Jain and Shipman labs here at Gladstone Institutes. Gladstone's a great place to work. I like how connected I feel with all of the scientists in my lab and people in the building. And each institute in Gladstone has seminars and frequent happy hours that really make collaboration easy. And I think some of the most exciting projects I've worked on have been collaborations with other groups in the building. And I also appreciate how Gladstone really makes their mission statement very vocal, and they really care about all the individual identities of their employees and students in the building. All right, so I study how the heart responds to low oxygen, also called hypoxia, in an attempt to develop therapies to protect the heart from low oxygen or hypoxia. And this can occur during a heart attack or congenital heart disease, which often affects infants or babies. And hypoxia is a large source of heart damage. And so in the lab, I model this by taking stem cells and turning them into heart cells in a dish, and then placing them in oxygen chambers to limit the oxygen and study how the cells respond to this. Yeah, this is super important. I think that imposter syndrome is very prevalent in STEM already, and not having an out LGBTQ role model can often make it feel like you don't belong or don't deserve to be there. And so I think it's really important for organizations specifically to have vocal mission statements that really emphasize the importance of personal identity at work. Because without that support, it can often be, internalized as, I shouldn't be here, or I shouldn't express myself in this way. And I think we've come a long way, but we have a lot more work to do. With recent legislation taking away rights from our community, or rise in hate crimes, we're really not going to be done until every LGBTQ person feels like they are safe and that they belong in their field. Yeah, I think outside a lab, most of my activities revolve around food or being outside. So I really like to bike around the bay. I'll go to new parks and have picnics with friends. And I'm a big fan of dinner parties, so I'll often bring a charcuterie board or some kind of food to share. I think my favorite part of grad school is sharing what I do with friends or family. And so I'll often text my friends a video of the heart cells beating in a dish. And it's not until I hear their response that I remember my job's pretty cool. And it kind of feels like sci-fi sometimes, and that's pretty cool.